You hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I like? Patreon.com/inkdependence keeps this channel ad-free. Hey folks, welcome to Inkdependence. I'm Mike, and this is a bunch of stuff from Endless right here. They make paper goods, and they've got a pen coming out that I'm very excited to see soon. And I few of their things from luxury brands over the last couple of pen shows, and so I'm going to show you a couple of those. We're going to unbox a couple here in a sec. This one I'll show you first. This is the Endless Recorder, and I got this one actually at the Philly pen show because I needed something that I could use pretty quickly to make ink swatches because I just kind of forgot. I was selling some ink swatches at that show, and I just kind of forgot to bring any paper that I could do anything with for swatches. And so I got this from Endless Pens, and as you can see, this is really great. This is the 68 GSM Tomoe River paper, and this cover is called Mountain Snow. Ooh, this is one of the ones that they made with Tomoe River. They also have this stuff called Regalia Paper, which we'll get to in a sec. Y'all kind of know how Tomoe River works. This is the 68 GSM, which is a little bit thicker than your typical Tomoe River. It's got a little bit more of a feel to it, just a little bit different than your usual Tomoe, and I quite like the 68 gram. I think it's nice. It doesn't wrinkle up as easily as the super light stuff, but it does still show off all kinds of shading and sheen and interesting color variation and, you know, that sort of thing. When you have it in ink, there's some sheen on a black ink. You don't see that a lot. So these are pretty nice. They've got a nice hard cover on them. Like this, they have a nice elastic thing to keep it closed. There's a little pocket in the back for all your, you know, just stuffing stuff in the back here, tickets, receipts, I don't know, little notes that you've made to yourself that you don't want to commit to taping in or something like that. But very nice notebooks. These go for $23.50 on the interwebs, and you can also get them in, this one's blank, of course, but you can get them in dotted, ruled. You can get them in the Regalia paper, all kinds of stuff. Also, I love this blue ribbon on this sort of, I don't know, taupe background. Really dig it. So that's very cool. I'll be getting some more use out of this in the future as well. Let's get into a couple more things. So this is a new thing from Endless that I heard about at the Philly show, but they didn't really have any. And so they had some at the Baltimore show that I just came home from a little while ago. I'm just going to Atlanta here soon, like this show after show after show this spring. This is the Endless Explorer refillable cactus leather journal. And I was like, cactus leather? What the heck is that? Well, it's a type of vegan not leather, you know, so it's not pleather. It's not a plastic product. This is like a recycled vegetable product of some kind. I hope it's made of cactus. I kind of think it is because that's what it says on the website. So it's like a, you know, it's a plant fiber thing. Sound of pen scratching on paper, etc. Cactus leather, pen loop. Yeah, it doesn't really tell you what it's exactly made of, but it doesn't feel or look plasticky to me. It says cactus leather plant-based, which is pretty neat. So these go for $60 in the cactus leather for these sets. I really like this, the way they got this ribbon on here. This is a little thing, but it's kind of hard to get these, you know, interior bits out sometimes, but you just pull on this, it just pulls the little drawer out for you. That's fun. All right, so in here you have the cactus leather journal, and of course they do make these in regular old like animal leather, and those are like $50, so a little bit cheaper for the regular leather and a little bit more expensive for the cactus. But I really like a leather alternative. It makes me feel good that something didn't have to, like, you know, give a life for me to have a journal. So some leather stuff is cool, and I like leather stuff, but I also like not leather options when I can get them. So this is what this cactus leather looks like, and it looks like leather. You've got a couple little like imperfections, little like bumps here and there on these, and I assume that's just, you know, an artifact of making a thing like this. The edges look like they're kind of that sealed bonded thing going on. On the inside, it's like a soft, like it feels like suede, but I'm sure it's not since it's, you know, plant-based. It's got a little bit of a squish to the cover. Like it's really, this is an interesting product, and I like the look and I like the feel of this thing. I think it's pretty neat. You have here 3 different colors of elastic thing on the back, which is pretty neat all in itself. I think that's cool. I like the way that they have put this together. So that's pretty good. Now, opening it up, you can see here are those other 2, and you can put in other, you know, insert type things. And here is something that they've done. Instead of just tying knots in these elastics, they're kind of like, I don't know, they must be melted together, I guess. And they put these little bonders or little, I don't know, little cactus leather covers over them or something. And so that means you don't have like a big knot in here somewhere, which I like. It's one of the things that I don't love about using elastic stuff is you always have a knot somewhere and it's going to, you know, bump out and it's going to feel weird, but these are flat. And so that's pretty cool. Then you have the green one, of course, that is the outside piece right here. You can see that's the one that's been in use. So it goes outside, back through, and then it comes out up here, which is like, that's pretty neat. That's a good system. I dig it. And then you got these out here. And I like that they're different colors. I think that's neat. Inside, you have the storyboard, which is their small-ish cover, or small-ish refill. Let me see. Do I have any information on how big this thing is? Does it give me measurements? Yeah, there we go. So storyboard large notebook, 7.5 by 5 inches, handcrafted cactus leather sleeve, 8.1 by 5.7 inches. And then cactus leather pen loop. We'll look at that in just a sec here. So this is that Regalia paper that I was saying that they have a bunch of, and I haven't tried this out yet. So I'm not gonna try it on this one actually. I'm gonna try it on the next thing because it's bigger. It'll give us more room to write and that sort of thing. But I am interested to start using this and see how this feels nice. It's like an uncoated paper. You can see it's not shiny or anything, but it is pretty close to being white. Let me see if I have something real pale over here. So this is Write Notepads, which is pretty darn pale. So this is a little bit more cream than the Write Notepads, but still pretty darn white. And nice dots in there, pretty cool. Like a soft gray dot. I like that. I like a dot because it's not as obtrusive as a grid. Grids really just blow up my whole brain. There's too many lines. There's too much going on. I can't pay attention. My ADHD brain will not let me. But dots give you all kinds of flexibility, and I kind of dig that. So, all right, that's pretty cool. So let me wrap that up again. I am interested to see how this leather wears. I mean, I have some other journals and that sort of thing that I'm actually using right now, like notebook covers. And some of those are actual leather and that sort of thing, but I kind of want to see how this wears as well. Maybe I'll start carrying them both at the same time just to, see how that goes. And then this is the Endless pen loop. And so you have a pen loop here. Let's see, what can I fit in here? Will it fit a vanishing point? Yeah, no problem. So you can throw your vanishing point on there. Will it fit without going over the clip? I don't know. I kind of want the clip on there. Maybe something a little bit bigger. Try this Franklin-Christoph Model 20. Yeah, that's a pretty decent fit. I feel like that's going to maybe slip. You're going to want to... Oh, wait, maybe I got it upside down. I do. This works better if you just put the clip on there. Yeah, I had it upside down, y'all. Whatever. All right, so this goes down to the bottom. All right, so this can go like this right here, just around the outside of the book. So when you're carrying it and you've got a couple more binders in there, a couple more refills, rather, you can just cram your pen on there. And away you go, and you look very professional with all your little inserts and your cool cactus leather journal and your pen loop. And then when you want to use this, you just kind of take it off. You could use it instead of this elastic right here, I think, actually. Let's see how that fits. Will it keep it closed? I don't know. I kind of want to use both. Because this will keep it, tight this way, especially if you have more things in there, but it won't keep this from flapping around, and you kind of don't really want that. So I think I would probably use both, but you do have to kind of put this aside, which I guess is a little bit cumbersome, but not that big a deal. And it gives you a way to, keep your pen and everything all in one place. And I like that. Actually, with this the right way up, I like that a lot. Let's try out something other things. This is a Pilot Firmo. Yeah, that feels good. I like that. Here's a Lamy All-Star. This is the gloss red. Yeah, perfect for that. I think this works great. It's got the right size and feel to it. It's going to keep it in there and sturdy. All right, cool. Let's put this aside for a sec and show you the last thing that I have here in this little unboxing before I start using these journals and these notepads and all that. All right, this is the last thing. This is the Endless Creative Block, which I think is pretty cool. It's a tear-off notepad, and I love a tear-off notepad. Y'all, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know I love a tear-off notepad. It's something I have at my desk like all the time. I need to have a bit of like scratch papery type stuff. This is pretty well suited to go sort of below your keyboard. So you can have this here and then just be typing and then write stuff. And also it's kind of like right between your arms when you're typing, so you can see what you've written down while you're typing. And I think that's a very attractive and useful way to use these notepads. I have a variety of this kind of thing. And this is Regalia Paper. It's 70 pages, 80 GSM, and these go for $15. There are also two other sizes of this thing. It comes in pocket and standard. I kind of want to get the standard size of this. The pocket might be a little bit small, but the standard size seems like it's, I don't know, yay big. And that's like $9. So I'm going to see if they have any of those when I go to this next pen show, because I think this is a great idea. All right, let's get in this thing and see what this paper is like. I haven't opened this, obviously. All right, does the backing stay on here? I'm not actually even sure what this is going to be like 100%. I haven't seen one of these without the plastic. Throw that over your shoulder. All right. So yeah, this actually is stuck to this backing page. All right, so we have a glue bind up here. Pretty substantial glue binding up there. That's pretty good. Looks like it's kind of a fibery glue bind. That's really interesting. And then it's got this, what's the, oh, interesting. It has Endless on the back of the page. I wonder why. Huh. That's interesting. Is it like that on the, let me look at the website real quick. Yeah, that's just kind of what it's like. So it's got this sort of like very pale looking branding down here, but on the back of the page, it's got the full Endless thing. That's actually pretty interesting. I don't want to flip it. When I flipped it back all the way over like this, I feel like I'm going to rip it off the backing if I do that. So I don't want to do that because I think this is interesting. And it's got like, it's almost like a clipboard sort of thing. This is pretty hard. So it makes me think of, those typical like a legal pad or something like that, but instead of being perforated, it's glue bound. And instead of being, folded over the top or whatever and stapled like those are, it's just sort of glue bound and then, glued to the pad there. Interesting. Designed in Madras, made in India, blank layout. All right, let's try out this, Endless Regalia paper. Okay, so this is the Endless Regalia paper, and I'm just going to try to write with some stuff on it. Okay, I got some smears on my fingers from various things. This is Pentel Inner Gel. This is Inner Gel Permanent, which is kind of a weird one, but whatever. Cool, pretty good. Not bad. Looks all right. I don't love the permanent ones. It feels just a little bit different than usual Inner Gel for some reason. This is a Pilot Acro Ball. No, what is this called? Acro 1000. This feels great. I love the way that this feels on this paper. This is just a regular like Acro ballpoint refill. It's nothing wild. It's just like got a cool body on it. And the Acro is underrated, I think, but it feels really nice on this paper. Really digging it. This is just another ballpoint. What do we have here? This is a Zebra Sarasa Dry X10. And this feels pretty, like it's very smooth on this paper. It's very smooth on this paper. Let's see if this smears when I put a finger on it though. A little bit there. How you doing? Yeah, a little bit smeary there. I haven't used this one in a while, and it's possible it's just kind of like, I don't know, condensed or something. Like those gels will do that sometimes. But yeah, I got a little bit of smearing on most of these, which is interesting. It must mean there's a little bit of a coating on this thing that is keeping that from drying. So let's see a couple of others. This is a Pilot Prera. All right, that's an interesting set of things there for us to look at here. We've got Sailor Uramiku Kokoro Guma in that Pilot Prayer. That's a medium nib. This one's also a medium nib. This Twisby Swipe with Twisby Sky Blue. This Pilot VP, also a medium with Pannonia and Inkdependence. That's me. Borahe, which I still love that ink. It's super good. And then the Sailor Pro Gear there with Kakamori Hello, which is a pigmented ink. And let's see now that these have dried. Let me get a clean finger here. I'm doing a lot of like ink testing and that kind of stuff today. Yeah, this one, this one right here really wants to smear. Although that is interesting. Huh. I didn't let that one dry nearly as long as the rest. This one had a little bit of a smear on it. You can see there, but not too much. How about this? Are you still smearing? No, you're not. I just need to let you dry is all I need to do. Just need to let it dry. So I'm gonna guess this Regalia has a little bit of a coating on it, and this one just didn't soak in at all, which is really kind of interesting. Although I didn't let it dry as long as the others, but wow, how are you doing? Yeah, these are kind of sheeny, and I'm not seeing anything. It does have some of the sheen from the sky blue. That's working out fine. This looks good. It's just fine. This one just like, I don't know, didn't soak into the paper and just kind of like sat on top and didn't really work. Now, do we have any like bleed through? There's a little bit right here at the tips for some of that Borahe. There's a couple little tiny spots there from the Twisby if I'm being very particular, but everything else is fine. So yeah, that one's really interesting. I just did not like that pigment at all. This Regalia paper is really interesting, and I'm anxious to like kind of keep checking it out and seeing what it does. Oh, let's do another couple of weird ones. This is Ferris Wheel Press. All right, so these are some weirdos. I want to do Sailor Kobe because it's got a bunch of shading on it, and it actually looks amazing on here. Look at the way it shades. And then Oyster Hour, just such a strange ink. It's like a kind of a pale brown, like a dark tan. kind of a taupe, you might say. But yeah, really cool. This one dried pretty quick. No smearing there. You know, it's kind of weird to me that this paper is better with fountain pen ink, except for this one, than it is with like ballpoints and that sort of thing. That's really interesting. This felt great. I loved the way this one felt in particular in the ballpoint range there, but it just like looks better, and I think kind of like works better with the let's see which fingers don't have a. Yeah, it's not doing it anymore. It just needed a minute. Just needed a minute to dry. So yeah, not the fastest drying paper on earth, this Regalia, but it does look like it works really well. It feels good. I got a couple little bleeds here. A little bit of bleed from each of those, but it's not too bad. That's interesting. This hasn't quite dried yet. It's a little bit shiny. At least I don't think it has. Hmm? Most of it had. It's just kind of shiny. So Kobe number 69 there is something Kitsume Biotope or something like that. And actually, you can see it's like shiny. That's a really cool thing about this number 69. Like, there's the shine right there. It's like I don't know if there's like a silver sheen or what's going on there, but it always shines. Just the Octothorpe there hadn't dried. The rest of it had. So yeah, really interesting paper. I'm going to take some time to like get to know this paper and stuff as we go, like, you know, throughout life or what have you. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I'm going to dig this as like a pad on my desk. You're probably going to be seeing this a lot in the future because I'm just going to keep using it. This paper is pretty darn thick. What's the weight on this stuff? It says 80 GSM, but I mean, it feels thicker and sturdier than I'm used to from 80 GSM. Like the Rhodia that I usually use for reviews is 80 GSM, and this feels thicker. Interesting. Okay, so pretty cool. This is my first experience with this paper, and I kind of dig it. It's got some interesting characteristics. This is weird. Like, is it gonna keep smearing? No, now it's okay. It was just like I didn't let it dry fast enough or something, but interesting that the pigment ink did a weird thing. The rest of these didn't. Cool. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching, and do check out these Endless things wherever you find them. I'm really excited about this Cactus leather journal. I think this is really good, and of course the Endless Recorder is kind of a classic by this point. I got one of these a long time ago. I think from I want to say it was a Pen Chalet exclusive or something like that. And I've really enjoyed these. They're great just throw in a bag. They're nice and sturdy. So. All right, there you go. Thanks very much, Luxury Brands, for giving these to me for review. Find them at your favorite dealer that has this stuff. They're all over the place. And, let them know I sent you. And that's it. I'll see y'all in another video. Peace out.